section in which we are going to talk about the most commonly used generative AI tool that exists on the market right now. And it is so popular, I believe that I need not even name it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude the name out of the conversation because I think you already know what I'm talking about. But yes, it is so much talked about that a lot of conversations that are happening are revolving around this AI tool. A lot of people are using it, and it is so widely recognized that even my parents are now asking me to teach them about this particular tool. So yes, in this lecture, what we are going to do is we are just going to have a walkthrough of the website of this generative AI tool. And who am I kidding? I believe you already know I'm talking about ChatGPT by OpenAI. And before we jump to the website, what I want to do is I want to talk about this statistic that I came across while watching a video about Notion. And there, the person said that 87% of executives believe that the people who use AI will have an edge in the workforce. But a lot of teams there at Notion, they agree that they are not using AI to its full potential. So, yeah, this course is going to be about making you understand how to use AI to its full potential. And for that, we are going to mostly use ChatGPT because for prompt engineering, we are going to learn through ChatGPT itself. So yes, without any further ado, let's just jump into it. A lot of sections will be dedicated to ChatGPT and let's start with it. So for that, what I have to do is I just have to open a new tab and search for ChatGPT. And there's an autofill already. So I'm just going to press my forward button and I'm going to click on it. Now here we have official ChatGPT from OpenAI, which is sponsored. I wonder why, but let's just click on it. And here we are. Now, if you have never used ChatGPT, you might have to sign up for it. But since I have already done that and I have created a new account, so yeah, it's completely empty for me. But most of you all would be really familiar with this interface. Now, I'm going to show some new things which you might not know existed. But yeah, this is as common as it looks. Now, and if you are watching it like a year from now, the time of the recording, then there might be a few things new, but most of it, it's going to look the same, all right? So what I'm going to do is, this is the prompt area, and here I can turn on the temporary chat, which I don't want to do right now. What I'll do is, I'll just say hello to ChatGPT, and I will tell it to tell me a joke. And if I do that, sure, here's one. Why don't graveyards ever get overcrowded? Because people are just dying to get in. I definitely would have laughed if it was a better joke, but it's fine. It's fine because I just wanted to open a conversation because I wanted to show a few things around. Now, let's get familiarized with the interface if you aren't already familiarized. Here, I can actually share this joke, which I don't really want to. And from here, I can either archive it, I can report it, or I can just delete the conversation. Now, let's come to the left side. Now, this thing we are going to come to later, but yeah, let's first go here and see this. So this is for closing the sidebar so I can have a full screen view of what I'm doing. But let's open it again and let's click here. Now, if I click on the Chat GPT logo, it's just gonna create a new chat for me. I can also do the same by just clicking on the new chat or using the shortcut keys, which for Mac are Command, Shift and O. So if I click it, you did not see much happening, but yes, it opened another chat and the previous chat that I had has disappeared. So what I want to do is I just want to create a new chat here. Hello, tell me a story, and I'll have it here. Now, tell a joke has been made into a chat, and also tell a story is going down. It is telling me a story, which I do not want to share, but I want to have all of this because for the next feature that we have here, which is search chats. So if I press Command and K, what I can do is I can search for chats that had happened like months prior to it, and I can just search a keyword and it is gonna send me to the chat, which is a really helpful feature. Now let's close it. This is just for searching chats. Now here we have library. If we see below search chats, we have library, and this is where you will have all the images that you have generated using ChatGPT. And it's actually really cool now since I haven't created any image. I have nothing in my library. But if you had done that, you would find all the images that you created in this particular section. Now, if I go below library, you will see I have two options, which is Sora and GPTs. GPTs is something that we are going to come to later, but Sora is something that I want to talk about. This is also something that we are going to discuss later in this course. It will have its own section, but Sora is just a text to video generation software, and it is not free. Again, the pricing is something that we are going to talk about. Now, if I come down here, you will see I have my name here, and if you go to your ChatGPT, you will have your name and the type of subscription that you have. For me, it's free as of now. So if I click here, there will be a few options. So there will be a logout, there will be a help. So there will be help center, release notes, terms and policies, download apps and keyboard shortcuts. Okay. And here we have upgrade plan, customize ChatGPT and settings. You know what? Let's actually first check the settings because this is not really important. Something that is above that was the important stuff. So here I have general, accent color, theme system, spoken language, auto detect. Obviously, it's gonna be English, but you can actually change it to Hindi as well. So you can just talk to ChatGPT using Hindi. Now there are also voices that you can change. So here we have Sol, here we have Valet, which is very British. Sol is, I think, American. Arbor, I don't know what kind of voice that is. And we have Maple, which is Canadian, and a lot of voices. Now, I personally prefer the default, which is Sol, and I'll stay to it. And let's see some more settings that we can do. Show follow-up suggestions in chats. All right. Yes, I want to see suggestions. You can change how you receive notifications, so responses should be pushed, and tasks you can either receive on push or email. Now I can just toggle them both off, which I don't want to do. But yeah, let's go to personalization because this is something that is important. All right. So custom instructions, of course, we want it on. Reference saved memories. Let ChatGPT save and use memories when responding, and also let ChatGPT reference recent conversations when responding. So this is something that I am gonna turn on, and I have toggled it on. Now, why is it important? Is because that sometimes I might open a new conversation, but I still want it to respond how I previously programmed ChatGPT to respond. So yes, I'm just going to keep this particular thing on. Now, it is up to you if you want to keep it on or not, but this is obviously a good thing to keep turned on. Now, there are connected apps which you can connect to your GPT. So there's Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, and Microsoft OneDrive for work and school. So there's personal and work school. There are data controls. So shared links, archive chats, archive all chats. So if I click on here, it will archive all the chats for me, delete all chats, something I don't want, and you can export your data. Then there is security and account, which I think you should see for yourself because now I want to see something else in the interface, which is basically customized ChatGPT, and it is so nice. It is so amazing that you can actually customize ChatGPT. You can tell it that I should be called this. So I can change my nickname here. I can say that, like, ChatGPT should call me boss because I feel good when I listen to boss. What do you do? I am an instructor. I am an AI instructor, actually. So I'm just going to say that I'm an AI instructor if I could spell it properly. And what personality should ChatGPT have? Now it is set to default, but you can actually change it to a lot of different things. So there's cynic, there's a robot, there's a listener, and there's a nerd. And each one has a different trait. So cynic is basically critical and sarcastic. So whatever you tell it, is going to answer to you ironically and jokingly. Robot is efficient and blunt. And that is what people are calling the new ChatGPT 5, that it is sounds very robotic and not human. And I believe that's fine because sometimes I want blunt answers. So I believe that is also a good, option to have. There's listener, which is thoughtful and supportive. So if you're just using ChatGPT as your personal friend, then definitely go with this particular personality. And then there's nerd, which is exploratory and enthusiastic. So if you want to research about something, then you should go for this personality. Now, what trait should ChatGPT have? You can tell it how you want ChatGPT to behave. It should whether it should be chatty, whether it should be witty, which is basically funny, whether it should be straight shooting, encouraging Gen Z, which I'm never gonna turn on, whether it should be traditional or forward thinking. Now you can have more, you can just tell it how it should behave. So poetic, opinionated, humble. I can even tell it to be like my favorite, character. I can tell it to be like Albus Dumbledore. But yeah, well, that's gonna be more like poetic and stuff. But yeah, this is what I can do. I can have my chat GPT have some traits. And then there's more. Anything else chat GPT should know about you. So I can tell it that this is what I do and this is how I want you to be answering. And if I now go to advanced, these are the chat GPT capabilities and it has almost everything. So it has web search. So if it has to actually research on the internet, chat GPT will do that for you. I can toggle it off, but I don't want to do that. It can execute code using code interpreter. It can use Canvas, again, which is a workspace which you're going to come to later, and it can have advanced voice. So yeah, this is all cool. Now it will call me boss and it knows that I'm an AI instructor. And if I save it, all the new charts will have this particular setting. So if I now tell it hello, it's gonna call me hello boss. Okay, actually it's not calling me boss. It is actually generating an image for me. So all right. So it took a lot of time to generate the image and also it did not call me boss. So I do not really like it. I think talk to me in text. And if I do that, I believe it's going to be better. I'm just telling what will text only. How's your day going so far? I think it's great. Now, I think I shouldn't expect it because I have just told it to call me boss. So it's going to take some time to configure. You know what? Meanwhile, let's do one thing. Let's actually check the pricing of ChatGPT because there's a lot of new things. And you remember at the start, when I opened ChatGPT, it was telling me to upgrade to Go. Let's actually check what that is about. So if I click on ChatGPT Go, I will see the pricing options. So there's upgrade your plan. There's personal and business. Now, business plan is something that I do not want. But if you are a business owner, then this is a really good option for you because supercharge your team's work with a secure collaborative workspace. So your employees will be able to use ChatGPT 5. So everything in plus and more unlimited GPT-5 messages with generous access to GPT-5 thinking, access to GPT-5 Pro and optional credits that scale with your team. So yeah, that's pretty cool and that's only for 2099 rupees per month exclusive of GST. Alright. Now this is something that I do not want. I actually want to go back to personal because there is something that is really nice and it is only available in India. There is Chat GPT Go and it is only 400 rupees per month and inclusive of GST. So you just have to pay 400 rupees. You can even do it with UPI. Now, the problem with the free version is that it is obviously free, but you have only limited access to GPT-5. After you have, exhausted your GPT-5 limit, you will be downgraded to GPT-5 mini, which is not that good of a model. So yeah, you have limited file uploads, limited and slower image generation, limited memory and context. You have already seen it took a lot of time for me to, generate an image because I'm on the free version. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to buy the plus version, but for this section, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to use the free version throughout this section, but later, obviously, I will go for plus because GPT-5 with advanced reasoning is provided. It has expanded messaging and uploads, expanded and faster image generation, expanded memory and context, expanded deep research and agent mode, projects, tasks, custom GPTs, and we have Sora video generation. The thing that I have talked about, well, not extensively talked about, but it is a text to video generation AI. So yeah, this is all that I want, and that is why I'm just gonna go for the plus version. And even if you are using free version, don't worry about it because it gives you 10 responses in a window of 5 hours. So if you actually want to use ChatGPT 5 for free, it's not very difficult. You get at least 10 responses for the free version before it actually downgrades you to mini. So yeah, this is how the pricing looks. Now, I did not show the pro version because I believe that nobody is paying 20,000 INR per month for just personal use of ChatGPT. Because if you are a business, then you should go for the business plan. And to spend 20,000 personally just for ChatGPT is not a really good idea. But yes, it offers you a lot as well. Maximum deep research and agent mode, GPT-5 with pro reasoning, unlimited messages and uploads, there's a lot of things that you can do with this version, which I would not suggest you to go with. If you want to purchase, then go for the Go or the Plus. And even if you are using the free version, it is pretty good. Don't worry about it. So yes, this is how the pricing of ChatGPT looks. And this was the walkthrough. I hope you learned something new. And even if you didn't, it's completely cool, because in the later lectures, we are going to see the exact things that we are here for. We are going to learn how to prompt effectively. So yes, stay tuned and I'll catch you in the next lecture. Till then, bye.